Hello, welcome to my humble studio again for another lesson on learning the fretboard. The previous lesson we looked at learning the fretboard using sharps, and this week we're now going to look at it using flat notes. So before we start, quick thing about sharps and flats. They are known as what's called an enharmonic equivalent, which is where basically two notes overlap, so they sound the same, can be found on the same place on the instrument. But on paper look completely different and have different names. So the best way of explaining this, I'll show you a practical example on the fretboard. Let's take an A. So we'll go fret 5 on the E string. If we then go two notes ahead, 2 frets ahead, sorry, we've got B. Now this note in the middle at fret 6 is an A sharp. That's what we looked at in the previous lesson, but it can also be called a B flat. So as you can see there, same place on the fretboard, sounds the same, but it can be called A sharp or B flat. Some scales will use a sharp, and then other scales will use flats. And the reason for that is if we would do everything just using flats or sharps, in certain keys we would end up missing letters and ending up with double sharps and double flats. And then when you saw it on a piece of manuscript paper, the notes wouldn't ascend neatly in a diagonal line. We would get big steps and jumps. So it's much easier for the reader and the performer when they see it on paper. Right, so let's have a look at this on the fretboard then. What we'll do is we'll revise quickly the musical alphabet using sharps, and then we'll come back down using flats. So we'll do the same example again in the key of A. So, open string we have A, fret 1 A sharp, fret 2 B, fret 3 C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and A. Okay, so coming back, those sharps are now going to turn into flats. So we have A flat, G, G flat, F, E, E flat, D, D flat, C, B, B flat, and A. So something you notice there, I expect, is that the same two letters don't have sharps or flats. So because there is no E sharp, we have no F flat. So those two notes there are still just E and F, nothing between them. Same thing with B and C. There's no C flat, just as there is no B sharp. Okay, so let's do that one more time. Starting at fret 12, A flat, G, G flat, F, E, E flat, D, D flat, C, B, B flat, A. Okay, and finally what we'll do is we'll ascend through the musical alphabet, but this time we'll say the sharp and the flat. So, A sharp or B flat, B, C, C sharp or D flat, D, D sharp or E flat, E, F, F sharp or G flat, G, G sharp or A flat, and back to A. Great, so a little bit more complex, but if you can practice this on all the different strings, again, you know, after a few weeks of doing just the flats, you'll start to find that you get a really comprehensive understanding of the fretboard. From there on, what we'll start to do is target a single letter and find it across all 6 strings. This is going to really help your understanding of the fretboard. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. See you soon.